And welcome to Michigan International Speedway. Here, drivers are grading here. There is 14 drivers that showed up. The qualifying pole is Rob Yost, second Troy Thomas, third Blair Hallman, fourth Truth Hoke, fifth Andrew Tuff, sixth Alex Tett, seventh Brandon San Filippo, eighth Riley Frost, ninth Cody Benelli, 10th Christopher Pugliese, 11th Sean Dunaway, 12th Christopher, 13th Kinsley Smith, and 14th is Christopher Pendle. And the championship is between Andrew Teft and, let me see here. They're separated by 1 point. What did Andrew tell me? It is him and Blair Hallman are separated by 1 point tonight. So you got to keep that in mind between these two guys. Michigan flat track, a lot of drafting involved in it. You can get major runs down the front and back stretch. Those guys will be setting them up, trying to find a way around each other. Is 80 laps here and 65% fuel. Let me check that. Yes, they're at 65% fuel today. So that will be interesting for them. They will be making two pit stops. No. Yes, two pit stops, I believe, there. Have to see how it will go for these guys as they get ready to get going here. Pace car will pull off. Ready to enter the restart zone here, and the green flag is in the air. We are underway. Yost gets off to a good start. Holland, who somebody did not get going. The 43 of Alex Teff did not get going at all. He is stacking up that outside lane because of that. 83 is going to try to get clear. Looks like he most likely will too. Teff is up to third. He has gotten past Blair. There's 1 point. Who is it? Yeah, Blair is 1 point ahead of Andrew Teff. So Andrew's going to be chasing him the whole entire time. See, they're lining up Alex Teff on the bottom. They're just pushing each other by. Alex Teff does have the 3 in front of him, so he can get a little bit in there. The 12 has to lift out the throttle completely. You can see he almost got into the side of the 3. He has a little bit of contact. That might have been net code there from those two. So it looked like they touched, but they actually weren't even close. Blair is going to try to get the lead here. These guys battle behind him. He's actually able to get clear, and he's going to get right down to the bottom. I mean, the issue is that 43 is going to have to hope that, yeah, that 3 will. Looks like he's going to follow up to the wall like I thought he would. Actually, he's going to go back down instead. He's going to leave that 43 hanging up there. So it's going to be kind of, can this 43 get a big enough run? Is the question for him. Doesn't look like he's doing too bad either doing that, but that 12 is now. Yeah, now the 12's the odd man out. Brandon gonna have to find a way back up here. Gonna fall 1, 2. I think behind the 96 there's a spot open, but he might race as hard as he can. If I was him, I'd kind of realize, hey, I gotta kind of fall back in line. Blair's looking for the lead on Yost, but behind him, 3 wide Alex Teff. Where did he come from? Made a move and looks like he just got 2 positions in 1. Did not expect him to be a factor here. He was kind of just lurking around there. Gonna try to run that middle line. At this track, you're really flat out too. You were relying on, just this car, or this truck more or less. You're relying on the person behind you, which is good and bad at the same time. But you see Blair's, he's just right behind that 83, trying to find some clean air. But tucking behind him, that'll get him tight because he kind of washes up on exit. Everybody's running 36, 39.6, 39.7s. Around we had a 39.9. Troy, looks like he might have gotten a little bit off the pace or into the wall possibly. Fastest lap is a 39.50, no, sorry, 39.48. That was Blair. It's in the Middletown, Pennsylvania driver. Try to find a way around if he can. Don't think he can get anything there, but while he's kind of lurking behind Blair, he's going to kind of draw in Tef as these guys are still racing behind the three. He's lost a lot of positions now. He has gotten left out on the bottom, so he's going to have to find a way up here also. Going to have to force your way, it looks like, with these cars. You just cannot afford to let these guys just kind of push you around. Have to see how this will go for him. Get all the way down to the bottom. He's up under the 0-1 of Sean Dunaway. Hello Kitty paint scheme there on that Chevrolet Silverado. Holloman still is just trailing Yost. Now, this could be a fuel mileage strategy. Kind of tuck in behind the guy and let him pull you around. These guys are hitting. Their top speed we've hit is a 192. That was Sean Dunaway. These guys are... Everybody's running. See what they run down the backstretch here. And I want to see what Blair runs. Blair's getting up to a 84, 85, 80, 85 is what it looks like. These guys are running right now. They've fallen off about 3/10. Some of them have. Some haven't really fallen off at all, surprisingly. Blair looks like he might be trying to mount a run here. Around the 0-1 of Dunaway, though. They're racing around each other pretty hard. Not giving each other a lot of room, but being, well, I mean, somewhat a lot of room. Not too bad, though. You can see the 3, though. He's going to tuck in behind him. They're going to hang out that 96. 96 made a pretty bad choice there, trying to pass the 0-1. That's the one thing. If you don't get the pass done, you're going back at least one spot. You're losing multiple at the most. As Troop has joined the race. Looks like he's a little bit late. The 95 Stoford up here. That's a nice paint scheme. I like primarily white paint scheme. I think it's really clean as he's going to get under the 3 here for that position. Looks like he did a little bit of an arrow shove move there as he will get that position on him finally. Blair is just, I think Blair is doing the fuel mileage here because he is not trying to pass his 83. That's not a bad decision either. I mean, it really isn't a bad one. You can make the choice of, you know, going and pass them, and then you lead, and then you're pulling more fuel. Now, that's not necessarily a bad idea. Now, these guys back here are going at it. This 3 is trying to get under this 0-1. He has been stuck there for probably about 2 or 3 laps now. Roy is just not letting him go. That 12 of San Filippo. Like he's going to get kind of shucked out here. He might be able to get by the 95. Now, one thing, there's multiple ways you can pass. These guys have the option of sending it in there, sliding up. That's what you have to do sometimes. As he's not able to get it done, so he's going to drag him right back to this 95 now. So he's going to have to try to hope that this 95 doesn't get a good run into the corner. He's got to ship him. He could ship it, not him. He's got to sail it off into the corner and try to get this pass done. That's what you have to do. You have to slide up in front of people. It sucks, but that's just what has to be done. However, Teft is catching him. Kinsley's on Teft's back bumper now. So Holloman is working his, Teft is working his way up to Holloman now. And these two are fighting for the championship, separated by 1 point. How will this go for them? Oh, we got a caution here. And it's a 12. Oh my gosh. Cody Benelli, Pugliese. That is, you can just see, that's a hood coming across the track. And it's up in the atmosphere somewhere. That is a hard hit. Go with the 12. So what is this right here? This looks like this is side drafting gone wrong. Yep. Brandon is just trying to get up there to side draft the 19. The 19 actually almost flips. Go and look at the 19 of Benelli. He's backwards here after that, so this is not going to be good for him. That truck almost flips, gets right back on the ground, and then, oh, gosh, police has nowhere to go. Oh, my. Oh, there's literally nothing he can do there. That is right back into his path. That is a hard, hard hit, too. Let's see, do these guys come down pit road? This can mess with their pit strategy a little bit. Do you take tires? You take fuel only? What do you do? It's going to be interesting for them. What do you do? Everybody looks like they're going down pit road. Yeah, everybody's coming down. So I think Truth, he's 5 laps down. He'll get a lap back here. But here's the question. Who's going to win this race off pit road? This can be a big factor here. As the 95 looks like he took fuel only. 7-second pit stop for him. Blair looks like he about ran Kinsley off the track as he'll get second off pit road. Kinsley third, fourth Yost, and fifth was Andrew Teft. So just see how this goes. While these guys are under caution, I'm going to go on mute here. Don't have commercials to run. The lights are off on the pace car here. Will be Blair Holloman and Kinsley Smith will lead them to green. Stouffer came back down pit road. Okay, it's fuel strategy. I don't really know why, but okay, that's odd. The green flag is back in the air. We are back underway. See the 43 of Andrew Teft or Alex Teft, excuse me, moving all around. And he was all over Andrew right in front of him. Most likely returning, but you see everybody down at the bottom. Big Choo Choo Train at the bottom. The 01. Not going to be clear of the 94, though, so he's going to have to force his way up. As the 01 looks like he's actually able to slide in line. Very lucky he's able to do that, because he was almost not able to do it. See, he is sticking to Andrew Teff's bumper. He is shoving him as much as he can. About to wreck him here if he's not too careful. Oh, one looks like he's going to still fight out on that outside. These two are racing pretty hard with each other. Blair is able to get the lead here, and Kinsley is going to get to his outside Yost. Who's Yost going to go with here? Going to stay behind both of them, not shoot it through wide. He's actually going to give the 32 a little bit of a shove, getting into the corner, see if I can get him clear of Kinsley. Kinsley looks like he's not going to be able to stay on that outside. He might have a big run coming off there. Blair needs to get up. If he's going to move up now, he's going to do it just not in time. Thought he was going to get it. Yost will stick with him, though. Tried to shove him down the back straightaway. That'll get him pretty even with Kinsley again. If you're 32, I think you just need to go in there, slide up, just sail it on in. It looks like he'll get the position now. Now Yost will be hung up on that bottom line. Kinsley will have no choice but to shove the 32. It looks like he's going to try to get to the outside, and he's going to get to the outside. 32 didn't throw a block. He would try to do that, but he decided not to. Decided against it. Everybody else is pretty calm. Blair. Now who does Yost go? Ooh, he just slides up in front of Kinsley. I mean, he is just barely there, and he's actually going to give him the outside again. I'm surprised. He doesn't get to do anything. I'm just surprised that he's able to make that move again. I mean, like I'm surprised that he's doing that. Like, he's giving them the outside. Like, he's not going to block Kinsley. That's what I don't understand right there. Like, you could easily go up in front of Kinsley, but he doesn't do it. He gives them that spot. Like, I'm surprised by that. You see the 15 run that high line here. That 32's gonna give him the outside again. Now, this could be a move to help break the draft. He's trying not to give him it, but he also lets the 15 to his quarter panel. So I don't know. It goes through the head of some of these drivers. But it's just an odd thing. Now he's not clear of Kinsley here. Kinsley's going to get to the outside again. Yost will stick with the 32 again. I wonder if he's going to ever just put it 3 wide here. I mean, that is a very, very real option for him if he wants to do that. See Andrew Teff just lurking in the mirror right there now behind these two guys. This is hurting the 32's tires also. You got to keep that in mind that he's just not going to have the tires that everybody else has. Fighting on that bottom line, it's just not going to be good. See what this 32 does again. He's just, I don't know. I'm so confused why he's making that move. It doesn't make any sense to me. So close. See, this is going to draw Andrew Teff in here more. And he's probably seeing this, too. He's seeing that 32 be on the bottom. They're going to start freight train everybody here in a minute. This 32 might not have a choice. I think Yost has kind of abandoned him. This 32 is going to get tight here. It's going to get tight between Kinsley and the 32. This is going to give Teft the run that he needs to get around Blair. As he will get by him now. He'll get a shove from the 94 Pendle. But I had a feeling that was going to happen. I didn't like the move that the 32 was. He wasn't going up and blocking like I thought he should have. I feel like he could have been up there a little bit more to do that. But that's his choice for doing that, not mine. That's just what I would have done if I were him. As 94 gets in the wall there just a little bit. See Kinsley going to run away with the lead here just a tad. Andrew Teft right behind him. That put Blair all the way back to 7th. That was when he was able to fall in line. This is a big choo-choo train now. See Alex Teft looking, he's trying to shove this 95. I thought he was trying to block for a minute. See that? These guys are, ugh, I don't know. They haven't started side drafting super hard, which isn't a bad thing by any means, but I feel like they should have done, like, I don't know. Just weird. Now they're starting to fan out here like I thought they would. That's what I was expecting, was all of them to just fan out and not stay as close as they are, but they're also running in a straight line. Most of these guys are, but you see Andrew Teft, he's going to try to make a move on Kinsley here. I don't think he's going to be able to get that done. He will try to side draft a little bit there, going to be close on Kinsley, but you see coming with a run as a 95. What will that 95 do? Does Andrew go and block? Does he just sail it on in there? If you're that truck on the bottom, I feel like you just have to go in there and just sail it on in there. Hope you get the pass done, and he's not able to. So this 95, see what he'll do. I believe he'll decide to shove Andrew here in a minute. Looks like he will. He'll shove him right on by. But Andrew's going to still fight back on that inside. We're only at lap 28, and these guys are making it look like Atlanta for some odd reason. See Blair, though. Blair's stayed in that high line. He's worked his way back up to 4th, and he's actually gotten by Andrew Teft again. These two fighting super, super hard for the championship. Side by side here, Kinsley and Stouffer just going at it now. Stouffer, I think he has a little bit better fuel. He came back down and topped off. Kinsley just blew that turn. He is way up out of the groove. He gets a pretty big run down the backstretch here, and he'll get a little bit of a shove coming from Blair. More error-wise than anything else, but Blair is getting his rear end lift off the ground there from Alex Teft. At 95 just tucks in right behind the 15 in front of the 32. He's going to go try to make a move here now. But he will get side by side, but not able to make the pass completely. Else looks like it's pretty calm overall. You see the 88's back out on track after got that car destroyed. Pugliese is back out on track. They're only 2 laps down, surprisingly. I don't think they were able to make it to pit road. 19 might have been able to. You can actually see who jumped to pits. Did anybody jump to the pits from that? Cody did. It looks Cody and Christopher both did. Okay, so both of them jumped to pit road. Blair is trying to get the lead back here, and that 43 is loose. He just drove that thing with the rear end hanging out off the track. he is getting all that he can. And that's kind of what you have to do, too. You can't be, content with where you're running. You have to go and get spots. Blair and Andrew are neck and neck now. Andrew's going to look to the inside. Got a little bit of a run on Blair. Blair, though, has the 15 in front of him, so that will help pull him ahead. He will grab that position still. 98 looks like he'll just dive it on in there. Going to try to get 2 for 1, but I just don't think he's able to get it quite just yet. But he's able to get, he was clear of Blair, but he didn't take the spot. He had him clear. I'm gonna drive it on down in there, see if he can get in front of Blair. He can now. He's gonna slide up in front of Blair here, where Blair do the crossover move coming off of 4. Looks like he will crossover from Blair. Tef tried to do the slide job, and it worked right now. Blair's gonna try to go to the inside on Andrew Teft to get this position. Looks like he's not going to be able to get it. He may drop about 4 positions here. Somebody's in the wall. Hello. That was the 96 of Riley Frost. But up front, Andrew and Blair going at it. This is for the championship. 2 are going to race hard but clean. Blair is just not able to get the position. Looks like he just kind of realized, hey, I'm just going to fall back in line. It's probably the smart thing to do, too. Just realize that you're not going to be able to get it. Just fall back. Realize that you can live the fight another day. The 01 looks like he's trying to get a spot. I just don't think he's going to be able to get it here. He might be a Blair. Blair's falling back. I don't know what's going on with him. He's gained, lost, gained, lost. He keeps doing this over and over and over again. We go to the inside on the 01. They're just going to make a dive move. Don't know if they'll be able to get that position done. As he's going to be going down pit road. Okay. And he gets all the way down. Okay, that's a little interesting there. Came down at lap 35. Let me see what these guys do. They pitted at lap 13, so he ran 22 laps on fuel. An odd thing to see. I don't know. See that he's doing something evidently. I don't know what he's doing, but we're gonna find out. Will give Kinsley the lead. Rob Yost is down pit road also. Get close to halfway here. Kinsley looks like he's coming down pit road too. He's slow on the apron. He is. He's coming in hot though. I don't know if he's going to make it. He is not making it. Oh, did he get to the line in time? I don't know if I think he might have got a speeding penalty because he got all he could. 12, I think he was safe, but I'm not so sure about Smith here. Smith, we'll have to see when he pulls off. I think he may have gotten a penalty because he was coming in hot. He was getting all he could, that's for sure. See what his pit stop time is. So 12. 50, it looks like he didn't. I don't know how he didn't, but I'm surprised he Actually made it. I think that 12 might beat him out of pit road. He did have a little bit of bobble getting into his stall. Oh, we got a wreck coming on pit road. The 95 and the 96 are both around. This is most likely contact between the two. Getting on pit road. We'll look at the race off of pit road, though, see if it messed up Andrew there. Alex Teft and Troy Thomas are still on pit road. I'm going to look at Blair. Blair is 40 seconds behind, but he's coming full speed. Keep that in mind. I have no idea what just happened there, but evidently somebody smoked it getting on pit road. And that's going to happen. These guys are trying to get all they can. Andrew's off and away. That was 4 tires and fuel. Troy and Alex Teft are both down pit road. Leave Sean Dunaway, the last car to pit, and Blair looks like he will merge out in front of Andrew Teft. We are going to come back and look at what in the world happened to these guys getting on pit road. And it's the 0-1 of Sean Dunaway. He tries to get on. Oh, yeah, that's a shift gone wrong. Oh my gosh. He is so lucky. Look at the 95's view of this. Stouffer right across the front end. He locks it up, gets into the 94. Ooh, hard contact to the inside wall. That's what happened with him. I was wondering why he ended up right there. Evidently, that's what it was. So Andrew Teft still in the draft. This is not over for him. Looks like Yost will get past Blair. Blair just has to finish, I think, 1 position better than Andrew at the moment. And now it's going to be follow the leader. We'll do 1 lap on board here with a different driver. With 5 different drivers. Yeah, we'll do 1 lap with 5 different drivers here. Yost, though, is going to have to defend the lead here from Smith. Smith trying to get to the outside of Yost. He's not going to be able to do it. They're going to give... They're giving the outside to each other a lot. I keep noticing that. I don't know if it's their spotter not calling them clear, but they're clear. It's just... I don't know. They're not being aggressive on these blocks, but they'll send these 2 racing side by side down to the corner. This will draw in Andrew Teft again like it was earlier. 83 looks like he's not going to be able to get that position either, but looks like the 32 of Holloman will be following him. This would be stretching their fuel as long as they can go, possibly. Looks like they're all just going to fall in line here, so we'll start the onboard here. see Andrew Teft. He has gotten the lead during that time. It is 30 laps to go. It's going to be a question of, can he get this done? Go for him. He does have the lead, and Blair has fallen back to fourth with this second group. So the only thing that I can think of is, oh gosh, I don't know. How can Blair make this work? Because he's just lost 2 more positions. He can be playing the fuel strategy game. He pitted it at lap 35, so he's only gone 16 laps. He went 23 last time. So what can Blair do here? Is his strategy save fuel? I wish I could see. It's not fuel input. I cannot see the input, like throttle wise. I wish I could, but I can't. But it doesn't look, it doesn't appear he's running half throttle. Kinsley's going to try to get the lead back here from Andrew Teft. Just don't know how that will go. How is this going to go for him? Kinsley's going to try to do a little bit of a slide job there. You see that truck just completely slid. 12 looks like he's going to go, come by and shove Kinsley instead. .98 and the 15 going at it though here. .15 is up on that high line. See that 88 is getting way out of the way. I don't know if he's down there on purpose or not, or what's going on, but Blair is falling back so fast, and he is 2/10 off the pace. I mean, he's got to throw a Hail Mary here at this point. I don't see him coming home with the win. I really don't. And I don't know. It's so difficult for me to just pinpoint where he went wrong. Like, I don't know if it was him pitting early or something like that. I really can't tell you where he made the mistake. See, this is just, I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. What did he do this? He's up against that high line, but he's losing time. He's just bleeding time. He's about 3/10 off. These guys that, the more they get lined up, the more that he's just going to, he's going to lose time, because this is just more cars that are just cutting through the air than everybody else. So I don't feel like this is the right thing to do. So that 12 going to try to get down on the bottom, as Kinsley will lead these guys around still. Somebody is up high. I don't know who in the world that is, but somebody is way up there. Excuse me. See the 15, the 98, both running up here. The 24 to go. Blair, the only chance that I see is that you undercut. You undercut these guys, come down pit road, and do this right now. Like, you have to come down at this moment right now. She's still going to stay out here. What is the fuel mile? I think this is going to be fuel mileage. It's going to be whoever chickens out the most, to be honest with you. What is going to go? I don't know. Really don't know. Kinsley's just going around here right now. Blair has came down pit road. He's got Yost with him. Maybe this is a planned move right here. I don't know. Did he do this on purpose, or is this something else? We'll have to find out. He pitted with one more driver. So this could be just a draft decision. He's got a drafting partner to use, so gonna be interesting. Interesting for sure. How will this all go for him? 15 will go all the way down to the bottom, trying to get the run on Alex Teff. Now, when does Andrew Teff come to pit road is the better question. Does Andrew run it long? What does he do? Kind of like, hey, you know, do we come down pit road now? Do we come down pit road later? You know, what's the move at this point? Do you do something else? You know, what's kind of the what's the game plan at this point? He's a 90 up here. There's 98. That will send some people down pit road. I just noticed that. So Andrew Teff is down pit road. Or no, sorry. Yes, no, he's not. He stayed on pit road. We're on the track. Kinsley came down. Brandon came down. This is not what matters, though. It matters what Andrew does here. Does he stay out another lap? What does he do? Andrew comes down the next time. Troy looks like he comes down. He has to avoid the 19 there. He almost ran to the back of this. We'll put Blair in front, though, I think, to see where he is on track. He's on the back stretch. Alex is now in pit road. I can pull up the track map to find where that is. Track map is positioned so you can see it there. We'll have to see where Blair comes out. Blair has 18 laps to go, and he's going to get Teft here. And I don't think he lost too much time, as Andrew is off and away. And Blair did pit about what he pit. He pit at lap 58. Andrew came down lap 62. That's 4 laps. And Andrew's going to have a lot of time to make up here. He's going to have to find him somehow. Kinsley, he'll get under the 83 of Yost. But Andrew's going to have to work pretty hard here. He's going to have to get back up to this group, though, to start this off. If he does not, it's going to be difficult for him to really be able to do anything, to be honest with you. He's at 32. He's just still, he's a second and a half ahead. Question is, what do these guys do when they get to him? Especially, it's not will they get to him, it's when they get to him. Because he's going to be caught. They're going to catch him before. That's for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. They've already picked up about 2/10 there. But as much as these guys are fighting, that might actually help Holloman here, especially if Yost and Kinsley get racing side by side with each other. Because the more you be a pain in each other's ass, to be honest with you, the more it's going to help Holloman. As you see, they've actually canceled out. They've stopped gaining time now. They're not gaining any more time doing this. They're actually pretty much even on time right now. I don't think that it's going to do much. I know Blair, he's actually kind of hoping he can run into some lap traffic here to pull these two further away from us. Kinsley's almost going to tail with the wall there coming off the 2. But Yost is fighting as hard as he can. What they're worried about is he's not so much worried about, these guys right here. He's more worried about this right here. Andrew and Alex getting together, big choo-choo train on the back. Is when this group catches him, how do they race him? Do they race him clean? Do they be a pain to him? What do they do? Is the question. Hold them off. With under a second now. The 15 and the 12, and then the 90 or the 83 here. What will the 15 and the 12 do? So they're catching Holloman. Heft is catching him also, but he's only got Alex with him. He doesn't have this whole group with. Oh, he does have a whole group with him, but they're not chopping off huge gaps like I thought they would. I mean, they still are, like gaining time, but they're not taking these huge chunks. That's 2/10 right there, but it's not a lot of time as I expect it to be. And Andrew get him. Blair, he has been caught by this group behind. Now, how does this group behind him deal with him? Do they race him hard? Do they realize, hey, this is for the championship, and help him? What do you do here? Because Blair kind of rolled the dice, and he just said, we're just going to go with this. How will this go? $15 and the 32. Blair has gone back to third now. Look back at that second group for just a second. He's going to try to tuck in as soon as he can, as he'll do that now. He's going to tuck in right behind that 12, and he's going to shove this 12 too. He does not want to get side by side and race these guys hard. He wants them to get as far away from Andrew as they can, because Andrew's coming. It's just, can Blair's tires hold on more than anything else? It seems like he's been the one that's been really beating up his tires over the run. These two are similar IR too. They're not very far apart. 270.23. Or sorry, 27.23 and then 23.48. Blair's got 400 better IR, but if anybody knows iRacing, IR is kind of sometimes. Now, some people are idiots, straight up. They'll wreck each other for no reason, but we'll have to see how this goes. The 12 and the 32, though. 32's falling back. He did this earlier where he just dropped off a cliff. Teft is about he's less than 2 seconds behind that 32 now. At 32, he's going to have to push hard. I mean, he's going to have to go as hard as he can to do this. See, I don't have my tires turned up, so I'm going to see if I can hear him. He's loose in the middle of the corner. He's driving. He's got to do that, though. He has to drive as hard as he can. He's not really tight. If it's anything, it's tight loose. I can't really tell, though. And they've caught the 83. Uh-oh, here we go. 7 to go here. Holloman, you've got to drive your tail off, man. They're basically within a second of Blair. Can he do anything to hold them off is the question. Oh, Lord. Here we go. You see Andrew there in the background. He is right there at the 32. This 32, he's got a side draft. He's got to do all that he freaking can to hold off this 98 that's coming behind him, because he is coming hard. Andrew, there he is. Andrew and Alex. Oh, Lord, here we go. How hard is this 32 going to throw a block? Will it get him wrecked here? Because here comes Andrew. Going to look to the inside of the 32 of Blair. Blair's going to give him the inside, too. He's not going to really fight him that hard. I thought he was going to try to go down and block. Andrew Teft will slide up in front of Blair, and I don't know what a tiebreaker is and how it would work in this league, but I believe that ties them right now. Andrew's going to try to bring his brother with him, and he's not going to be able to. I think Blair may have realized, hey, I just have to finish within one position of him, possibly. Oh, he's right there. He's on the outside of the 43. He's going to almost put it in the wall. What a drive from Blair, but that'll give the spot to the 94 of Christopher Pendle. Now Blair has to hold on to this one spot here. Andrew has to hope that Pendle will decide to shove him. Actually, hold on. That's not for position. They're tied right now. Oh, my gosh, they're tied. Well, I don't know what a tiebreaker is. And Holloman, he has 2 seconds to Yost. So Andrew has to get... I don't know. I think Andrew has to gain one more position. I really don't know. They're tied. Brandon and Kinsley are up here. So I really do not know what the tiebreaker is going to be. Because right now, they are a tie. This is going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting really, really, really quick here. $15 and the 12. Going to race back here. I'm looking at Holloman. Holloman is about a second ahead of Frost. If he loses that spot to Frost, that'll be the end of him here. That for sure. It'll be the end of him for sure on my end. just need to see what happens here, though. I truly do not know what will happen. What will go on here? Holloman. He's ahead. He's going to stay ahead of Frost here. He's not going to lose that spot. But Andrew and Alex here, Kendall's actually shoved him. I don't know what's going to happen here. I really have no clue what this tiebreaker is going to be. This is not going to be a Cars type of tiebreaker, or where they go to that one track. But I don't know who will win the championship because of this. Oh, Lord. What will go on now? That's just weird. Oh, gosh. This is going to be weird. It's going to be between the 12 and the 15, though, as I've been thinking about the championship. I hadn't really been looking at these guys, but Kinsley Smith looks like he will go to the bot or run that middle line, and he will come home with the win over Brandon. Now, the question is, who's going to win the championship? I don't know. They're tied right now. So, who got the win? I don't know at the moment. We're going to have to find this out. I truly have no clue right now. As they're wrecking each other back here. I don't know what they're doing. They're just trashing each other. So, I guess we're going to figure out in the burnout who got... I don't even know what they're doing. Who got the championship? This is going to be weird. I don't know who won. I'm asking right now because I really don't know who won. We're going to find out here soon. Waiting to see here. We'll bring in the top... Actually, we'll bring in the top two right now at the moment. So we'll get Kinsley here. Actually, we'll bring Brandon in first. Bring Brandon. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Hey, I do.
Man, so you followed just short to Kinsley, but, how did the race go for you overall, though, man? Because, I mean, you come home second, you qualify seventh, so evidently you didn't do too bad.
Yeah, usually Michigan's not my favorite just because in trucks, just got to be really, really light coming off the throttle. I think into one is the trick to save some tire over the long run, and then that's really about track position though, because once you get behind somebody, even if you have a little bit better tire, it's a lot harder to pass them if they don't give you the top going into 1 and 2. So yeah, it was really just a positional race and making sure you got in and out of pit road efficiently. I think that really helped me and Kensley as well. So once we got up there, it really was just checking um, Andrew's intervals, see if he was catching us, which he was a little bit, but we figured he might be burning tires. So, yeah, at the end there it was just about staying straight, staying in line, keeping the draft, and keeping us out front.
It definitely seemed like it was a draft track. How hard was it to pass? Because I know if you don't get the pass done, you're going back at least that position, and then when they start freight training you, it's like, well, now you got to just sail it on into the corner and slide up in front of somebody.
Yeah, it was like fool's gold, coming out of a four, you could have a run on somebody if you go inside of them though. And you got, even if you have help, but if they have help, I mean, there's no chance one and two. Three and four, you can take the inside and get really good grip and gain on somebody. But yeah, one and two was the trick. So I think that's why everybody was taking the high line coming out of four when they're in a pack because they don't want somebody to the outside of them. So that was tough.
And, so kind of, I guess kind of take me to the driver's mind on this because I know, I mean, evidently you're not Blair, so I can't really go into his mind, but I was looking at him and Kinsley. He was letting Kinsley get to the outside of him. He wasn't going up there and blocking him on the front stretch. What do you think was going through his mind at that point? Because it wasn't like, it was going to be an egregious block. Like if he would have just stayed, running that line, he would have been fine, but he kept moving down, which I was kind of confused about.
Yeah, just searching for grip sometimes and taking the air off people's noses. I mean, that was really the two things when we would switch lanes like that. But just all in all, it was all about just trying to give the person behind you dirty air too. Trying to prevent them from using a run or using more tire into one and two. That was really the trick. Three and four was pretty even, but one and two you had to do some crafty stuff.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it's a crafty track. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, just friends and family who tune in. Appreciate all you guys. San Filippo Solutions, it's on the truck. And Andrew for putting on the league. I'm not sure who won. I know it was really close between him and Holloman, so I'm not sure who quite won the series, but I know that was a good battle between them. And Kensley, my teammate, who was out there running with me tonight.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job coming home second tonight, man.
All right, appreciate it. And I got to give a shout out to Benelli there. I think I got into him a little bit, or I'm not sure what happened, but uh, definitely apologize for that at the beginning of the race.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming home second, man.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
It's Brandon, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner and Kinsley Smith. Hey, Kinsley, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
How's it going?
And so you come home with the win. You qualify 13th, so you evidently worked your way up from the back. But, how did it go for you overall, though, man?
It was really fun. A lot of good battling. High side was really dominant if you could pinch a guy um, at the bottom, and I mean that's really what I chose to do. Pretty much was just stick to the high side and try to pinch the bottom guy to the bottom, and worked out.
And so kind of, and I think you were the guy behind Blair when he was doing this. This kind of confused me. So, you were running. I can't remember who you were running, who was into your inside, but when Blair had the lead, and this was coming to the start finish line, he wouldn't stay in that lane. Like he would move down a lane. So what do you think was going through his head? Because I was kind of confused. Like I was thinking that he's gonna stay in that line, and where you're boxed in, you have nowhere to go. But he would move down to the middle. So what was that about? Because I was so confused as somebody who races a decent amount. I was like, why is he moving down there? Because I would understand in the corner, but on the front stretch, I was like, what?
I think in the beginning on the I think it was the first run after the caution, with Blair and Rob being teammates. I think Blair was going down to the middle to allow Rob to be able to come up and give him a push. Um, that's what it felt like to me, and what it looked like to me. Um, I mean, Blair. I think the last time we raced here, Blair's car was really good on the bottom, or it might have been vice versa. I don't truly remember, but I know he was having trouble last time we raced here, where he basically had to stick to one line. So, but with Rob and Blair being teammates, I'm almost positive it was because Rob was giving Blair that push.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I kind of thought, just looking at how those guys were operating. But I was like, I still would have just stayed up in that high line. But I'm not the driver. But what was going through your head really that last pit stop? Because it seemed like we had guys that were kind of jumping around on when they would pit. Because especially you needed to bring somebody with you if you're going down pit road. Because if you didn't, you were kind of just left out. Because it's not super speedway. Sorry. It races like drafting wise like a super speedway, but it's still a normal oval track at its heart.
Yeah, without somebody with you, you're kind of in no man's land. If you have somebody with you, whether it's in front of you or behind you, you go at least 5 to 10 miles per hour faster down straightaways. So it kind of helps to have somebody with you, and thankfully I had San Filippo close enough that we were able to on both pit stops go in at the same time and kind of come out at the same time. And San Filippo was there at the end to help give me that extra boost. All I know is if I was out there by myself at those ending laps, Andrew definitely would have been able to catch me and probably pass me. But yeah, pit stop wise, it was kind of iffy because tires were important, but not that important. So if you had newer tires, you could just you could just fly past people that were on like 5 lap older tires than you. So it was kind of like you kind of had to pick and choose, try and guess when everybody else was going to pit. You certainly didn't want to be the last one to pit by yourself, because then that'll put you all the way at the end, away from all the drafts. So
Yeah, it definitely seemed like you had to have a friend at this track overall, especially how hard was it to pass? Knowing that if you didn't make the pass, you were losing that spot. Then you better hope that you don't lose another spot because they'll just freight train you on the outside after that.
oh yeah, Paston. I mean, on older tires especially, you really have to send it in there to pass on older tires down at the bottom. Unless you could get like really lucky and be able to get to somebody's outside coming out of the corner. But I mean, on newer tires, you could kind of like go to that middle to high line and basically keep your foot in it almost all the way around. So it kind of helped you get to people's outsides, and that was basically the only way I was able to pass. I think I only passed Andrew once on the bottom, and every other pass that I did, all of them were at the top. So
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it. You had to plan out your passes. It's just not go up there and pass somebody. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
of course, San Filippo for helping me out tonight, giving me the push when I needed it, and all of my other guys at DEI. And then Andrew, of course, for putting on the show for us and putting all this together, and of course you up in the booth for doing the broadcast. And congratulations to Andrew for winning the championship.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job coming home with the win tonight, man.
Thanks, sir.
Was Kinsley Smith the race winner? We will bring in the championship winner and Andrew Teft. Hey, Andrew, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, guy.
Man, so you come home with the championship win after you and Blair tie, but you had more top tens. What was going through your head really those last 10 laps there because you had to go and catch Blair?
Well, I was kind of kicking myself for staying out the extra lap on that final pit stop. Wanted newer tires, but kind of got separated. Alex and Chris were able to help me out a lot, drafting back up to that main pack, and needed a little bit more to be able to catch the front two. Congrats to Kensley, but I was just mostly thinking about bonus points. I knew it was going to be close, and there was nobody else that was really going to pass Blair if I got by him, so I couldn't count on any more points that way. So I was wondering if Kensley had enough, if Kensley led the most and who had the fastest lap of the race, because those are both worth a point. And turns out Kensley had both of those, and Blair and I just led 8 laps, so we got 1 point for that. And I just knew it was going to be close, and it came down to a tie points-wise, and so happens the tiebreaker is top 10s, and I had 12, he had 10. So, but yeah, I want to congratulate both Kensley on the win tonight and Blair for a heck of a season. It's always fun running with him, and I think he's got 2 of these also. So now we can go, best out of 5 here.
And so, how hard was it to pass? Because I know if you don't get the pass done, you're losing that spot, and then they're just going to freight train you on the outside.
Yeah, I had to throw a slider on Kensley once to be able to lead some laps, and you had to do it early in the run. Once the tires started to wear out, the bottom just really wasn't an option anymore. I was telling the guys in my voice chat, like, I don't think I've ever run this high at Michigan before. It kind of felt like a dirt track out there.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like some guys were running the wall, which is kind of surprising to me. But how kind of just how hard of a drive was it there at the end? Because you just seemed determined overall to get to Blair.
Yeah, once I got to him, I knew I'd at least have a shot if I could finish in front of him. If I finished behind him, I would have had to get more bonus points, and just be a lot harder to pull it off. So once I got by him, I was pretty comfortable, depending on how the rest of it went. But I had Chris trying to push me up to the front to maybe get another point or two. If you happen to win the race, that's like an extra 4. That really helps out if you can pull that off. But just needed a few more laps. Tires started to fade toward the end, and I was only gaining a 10th or 2 a lap, and it wasn't enough to catch those 2s. Kind of 2 tandems going at it.
Yeah, it definitely seemed it was fun there at the end. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the race and have been watching you throughout the season on your championship run?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody that tunes in to watch, shows up to race, and our race controllers, our broadcasters. We've got a really great team of people to help pull all this off, and it's been really shocking to see the growth over the last 5 years, to be honest. Very appreciative of it, and I want to thank our servicemen and women, friends, family, team, and if you're interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerslead.com. We've got brand new season starting up July 22nd through the 24th. 3 different series. Trucks are almost full, so if you're interested in those, you better hurry up. But still got some seats left on Wednesdays and Thursdays in Xfinity and Next Gen. We've got plate races every Friday night. Those are a lot of fun. So just come check us out. Got something going on almost every night of the week. And if you don't mind doing us a favor and you enjoy these races, just hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel homepage. Help support the league in an easy way. It's free. All you got to do is push the button. And if you don't mind, you could do the same for Ghost Racing Network also.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming up with the championship tonight, man.
Yeah, thanks, Bryce.
Andrew Tuff, the championship winner. Didn't win the race, but won the championship. Finished not one spot in front of Blair, but technically one spot. Tied, but got the points that he needed and got the tiebreaker. So go over the finishing order here. First is Kinsley Smith. Second, Brandon Sanfilippo. Third, Andrew Tuff. Fourth, Blair Holloman. Loses on a tiebreaker. Fifth, Raleigh Frost. Sixth, Chris Stouffer. Seventh, Rob Yost. Eighth, Troy Thomas. Ninth, Christopher Pendle. 10th, Alex Tuft. 11th, Sean Dunaway. 12th, Cody Manelli. 13th, Truth Hoke. And 15th is Christopher Pugliese. But not a bad race overall, though. I didn't really know what was going to happen there at the end with the tiebreaker. I'm not going to keep you all here any longer. I will let you all go.